It's 4 o'clock on WSAV, on your side. Now, WSAV presents First News at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tina Tyne-Shaw.
And I'm Edward Moody. Thank you for joining us. We begin with a problem that had many of you talking on social media, the growing concern over coyote attacks on Tybee Island. This is video taken just a few days ago in someone's backyard. In the past few days, the creatures have attacked people's pets and even other wild animals, but some are divided when it comes to how to get rid of the predators.
WSAV's Tyler Nicole went to Tybee today to find out what's being done about the coyote problem. She is joining us now with our top story.
Thanks, Tina. The city of Tybee just announced their plan to bring in a tracker to help reduce the population of coyotes. The goal is to ease the minds of residents and visitors on the island who are worried about the predators attacking pets.
We have come up with a plan, pretty much what we see as the only plan to address the issue, which is to bring in a coyote trapper that will trap the coyotes and hopefully help us reduce the population so that we can avoid any conflicts between humans, domestic pets, and the wild coyotes.
Coyotes are native to North America and they are considered an invasive species in Georgia, just like armadillos and raccoons. City Manager Michelle Owen says the Department of Natural Resources prohibits poisoning coyotes, so there are only two ways to reduce the population: trapping and shooting them.
They prefer to use these days is what's known as a foot snare trap, which will trap the coyote in the trap, and then the trapper will eliminate the coyote, usually with the gun. The other option, some people wonder why we can't do, is to just shoot them on sight. They say that might be more humane, but Tybee is a very small island. We're 3.5 miles. We have lots of tourists, children, pets here, so that's not exactly feasible.
Some who live on Tybee Island are against the practice of trapping and killing the coyotes, but acting city manager Michelle Owen says it's the only way to get a handle on the problem. She also says the traps will be checked a few times a week and any animals that are not coyotes will be released. In studio, Tyler Nicole, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Tyler, thank you. And digging deeper now, we want to show you some video. This is video that went viral last year. It shows just how these predators can be to pets. In the footage, a cat came face to face with a hungry coyote in Surfside Beach, Texas. The cat tries frantically to hide or escape, but the coyote keeps trying. Eventually, the kitty made its way to safety by clinging to a porch beam. Thankfully, the coyote gave up and walked away.
This afternoon has been another gray day around the coastal Empire Low Country. We've been tracking some showers along with that cloud cover, but not as widespread and not as heavy as what we were dealing with yesterday. And overall, the next few days will be a little bit drier as far as stepping outside right now. There's that view along River Street. We can see that cloudy sky in place. Still some wet roadways out there. That sidewalk is rather wet. And we are still tracking some pockets of some rain, mostly inland, long and south of 16, west of I-95. That's where we do have some of the steadier rain developing for areas down into Appling County, Tattnall County, Montgomery and Toombs County, all seeing some of that more moderate rainfall. Same thing for Evans County. Here in Chatham County, just some lighter rain on the south side of town developing, so just a few light showers in our neck of the woods this evening. Now, as far as the temperatures, thanks to that cloud cover in place and a northeasterly breeze, temperatures are on the cooler side, upper 60s for some of those inland areas like Hazelhurst and Baxley that have been receiving some of the more steady rain for today. 77 right now for us here in Savannah, but that wind has been on the stronger side, up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour at times. Wind gusts have been a little bit higher. That'll be the case as we head into the evening hours, but with that onshore breeze, we do have a coastal flood advisory in place. We are headed toward the full moon, and we are going to be dealing with some localized coastal flooding. Tides are going to be elevated for the next several cycles above minor flood stage. So here are the Fort Pulaski tides for this evening, topping out right around 10.1 feet. So that's enough that we could have some issues, minor issues with saltwater inundation. Definitely be careful in the areas that are prone to some localized flooding. As far as our weather forecast, though, things will be on the drier side. High pressure is finally going to be building in. Just a few stray showers expected for our Thursday, and then mainly dry as we head into Friday and for the weekend. In the tropics, we're still watching two systems. We have Tropical Storm Philippe and also an area of concern for potential development. A high chance of this system developing, 90% chance over the next several days as that moves to more of the north and west, following in the wake of Philippe. But as far as Tropical Storm Philippe, it has 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds, becoming a little bit stronger through the day, but it looks like the strengthening is expected to be rather short-term as it makes its way toward the Antilles. It will begin to degenerate, likely into a tropical depression or a post-tropical system as it does make its way into the Caribbean. So just an area of cloudiness. We don't expect it to regenerate into a tropical system over the coming days, so good news there. For tonight, 67 degrees for that low temperature. A few evening showers are possible. For tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, a few peaks of sunshine possible. Definitely a breezy day with a few stray showers possible. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but that breeze will remain strong throughout the day. Northeast 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the boaters, it's going to be rough out there. Northeast 10 to 25 knot seas, 4 to 6 feet. Small craft advisory is in place for our coastal waters. As far as the forecast, though, on land, things are going to be looking better over the coming days. Lower 80s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pretty nice and sunny. Lower to middle 80s and then warmer as things stay on the drier side heading into next week. That's a check of your forecast for now. We'll have another update coming up in just a few moments.
All right, Scott, thank you. In the Lowcountry, the second murder trial is underway for a man accused in the death of a popular student athlete. DJ Fields was a Bluffton High School football player who was shot and killed in March of 2021. Ty Cheneyfield is facing murder charges in the case. Police say Fields was killed because he was mistaken for someone else. They say Cheneyfield is one of 4 men suspected in the crime. Investigators say they shot into Fields' car while the teen was driving down Bluffton Parkway. Earlier this year, another defendant, Jimmy Green, was sentenced to 40 years in prison in connection with the case.
Back here in Savannah, a man is headed to prison for at least 10 years. This after pleading guilty to distributing sexually explicit images of children. 43-year-old Jason Holloway was sentenced to 135 months. He was also ordered to pay $23,000 in restitution and must register as a sex offender. Holloway also faces state charges of sexual exploitation of children and child molestation in a case unrelated to the federal child pornography prosecution.
In news from around Georgia, things are back to normal for some drivers in Evans County. This after their morning commute was stalled by an overturned chicken truck. Hundreds of live chickens spilled onto the roadway at the intersection of North Duval Street and Main Street in Claxton. It happened around 9 a.m. This is a picture taken at the scene. Georgia State Patrol says the road was shut down for a short time before the accident was cleared. GSP tells News 3 the tractor-trailer driver was hurt in the incident. He was cited for driving too fast for the conditions.
Now to a News 3 crime and safety report. There are growing concerns about fire protection in Chatham County. It comes after word that some fire hydrants are not working. WSAV's Christine Quayle has the story.
Firefighters in Chatham County work every day to put out fires all over our area, but they can't do their job without working fire hydrants. They tell me more hydrants and constant maintenance are key for fire safety.
Water for fire suppression for the fire department is critical. Without the water, it's very difficult and it delays operations to be able to put fires out and save lives.
According to a recent report presented to the Chatham County Board of Commissioners by the fire department, 73 fire hydrants in the county have minor or major issues, making them at least partially inoperable. And Chatham Fire Chief James Vickers tells me that roughly 40% of unincorporated Chatham County has no fire hydrants at all. He says firefighters carry some water with them to every scene, but he tells me that it can be used up within minutes, which is where the need for hydrants comes in, telling me every minute counts when it comes to putting out a blaze.
If there's a hydrant in the area and it's not functioning, we will actually go to the next nearest hydrant, which could be up to 1,000 foot away, which causes delays in actual on-scene operations.
This comes as some residents tell WSAV they're unhappy with fire fee charges from the county. Reporting in Savannah, Christine Quayle, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Well, we all know former President Jimmy Carter is in poor health these days.
But that did not stop him from putting in a rare appearance in his beloved hometown of Plains, Georgia last Saturday. So look at this video shared on social media, and it shows the former president and his wife, Rosalind, riding through the festival in the back seat of the black SUV. It was their first public appearance since it was announced Carter was going into hospice care last February.
The Carter Center in Atlanta is getting ready to celebrate his 99th birthday. It is October 1st. As part of the observance, they are sending out these blue hats. They read 99 Jimmy Carter. They are also asking people to post on social media using the hashtag JimmyCarter99 and the handle @CarterCenter to wish him a happy birthday. And because she is Tina Tyushaw, she has a couple of these 99 Jimmy Carter hats. Very cool here. I'm going to put mine on.
Yeah, aren't they nice?
They really are nice. And it's a nice way to sort of commemorate. Yeah, this is not a great look for me. This is not. Are you going to put yours on?
It's very nice. It says the Carter Center on the back, and I told Edward I got my hair fixed.
She got her hair fixed. She doesn't want to put it on.
Put it to the side.
Just
how's that?
Yes. That is wonderful,
but I
Tina.
do
Yes.
love this. Yes,
Off to the
love,
side.
love.
Well, it's a great way to commemorate his 99th birthday, and it was really incredible to see the two of them in the car in a parade, knowing that they are in hospice care.
Yes, there's so much love for the Carters here in Georgia, of course, and all throughout the country. So I hope that you will help celebrate Mr. Carter's birthday. It is Sunday, October 1st. Happy birthday early, former President Jimmy Carter.
Happy birthday. All right, today is Wellness Wednesday, everyone, and we are talking about gratitude. We're thankful for the Carters.
Yes, of course. And we also want to tell you we're talking about this and why it's so important to practice gratitude, especially when you don't really feel like it. Stay with us, everybody. First News at 4 continues right after the break.